You may or may not know, my wife and I spent time in the Peace Corps in Ethiopia back in 2014. This is our day that we got inducted into the Peace Corps. This is a family we lived in. This is Nati. He was 8 years old, and that's another little baby. We had a great time in the Peace Corps. We had some time on our hands. We didn't have any pets or kids at home, so we felt like we wanted to do something good for the world, and we went to Ethiopia. And for the fourth year in a row, we're proud to say Colorado State University ranked in the top 10 on the Peace Corps' annual list of top college and universities that produce volunteers. The number of alumni in the Peace Corps rose from 52 last year to an all-time high of 58 this year in Fort Collins. And CSU alumni Noah Peden and Octavius Jones are here this morning to tell us more about the university's Peace Corps program. So what does CSU do differently than other universities to get you involved and excited about the Peace Corps? Octavius?
Well, for me, I think CSU has a great return Peace Corps volunteer community, both within the administration and the faculty at CSU, but then also in Greater Fort Collins. And even in Denver, there's a great community. So many of the students, they have an uncle, a grandmother, a grandfather, a distant friend.
My roommate was a returned Peace Corps volunteer.
Okay, so that's how you got interest. Botswana and Mongolia, which is out there. What was the experience like being in the Peace Corps?
So my experience was in a super small village in the western mountain range of Mongolia. My village had 1,872 people. I was 4 hours away from the nearest American or town, and I lived in a yurt. And I went through 2 winters where every day was negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Fun fact, at negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius are the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some pictures, and you were in Botswana.
Yep.
And you stayed an extra year. It's usually a 2-year stint.
Yes, I extended, and I was a Peace Corps volunteer leader for my 3rd year and became a program manager at an NGO.
So what would you tell people, especially after college? My wife and I were in our 50s, and they do look for older people to join the Peace Corps. You don't have to be right out of college.
Right.
What would you tell somebody if they're interested in joining the Peace Corps?
I would say on a personal level, it really gives you an opportunity to find out what you want to do with your life. You know, coming out of Peace Corps, I had a motivation and a drive to not only help people, but to achieve my goals. You know, you spend 2 years alone in your yurt, and I was an English teacher, and I found out what it was like to teach and help teachers, and it just...
You find out about yourself.
Yeah.
And as you both know, you really appreciate the United States when you come back.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so
very much.
Okay, we'll be right back.